So I swear I wasn't originally going to do this, but after a lot of deliberation and an opportunity that just happened to present itself, I upgraded to the new iPhone 17 Pro Max in the blue finish. And today I'm going to tell you why I did it. So as I said, I wasn't planning on doing this upgrade. I had an iPhone 16 Pro Max after all, which is only like a year-old phone. It only had a couple hundred battery cycles on it. Everything still worked great. The only thing I'd done to it is put a couple of scratches in the screen, which honestly seems to be impossible to avoid with the new screen finish that they're doing lately on the latest iPhones. It kind of sucks compared to what they used to do. Everything about that 16 Pro Max worked perfectly, but there is one killer feature on the iPhone Pro line that's always been the selling feature for myself and probably for a lot of other content creators, and that is this camera array. Well, I have a number of professional grade cameras. I've got my Sony a6700, I've got my Leica Q3, and now I even have the Fujifilm X106. The reality still is that every day when I'm out and about, the iPhone is still the best camera and the fastest camera for me to reach to capture whatever it is that I'm doing. And being a content creator, it's the best camera to have in your pocket. And while the iPhone 16 Pro Max had a very strong camera array, the iPhone 17 Pro Max takes it up even further, and all of its lenses are 48 megapixels now. Honestly, capturing unboxings, which I do a lot of the time using my iPhone, is now going to be better than ever, because regardless of the focal length that I use to capture that footage, I can now do it at full 48 megapixel quality. I do not need to worry about it downsampling to the old 12 megapixel sensor that was on the telephoto before on the iPhone 16 line. That is gone. They're all now exactly the same. And honestly, the zoom capabilities of this phone are very impressive. Probably some of the best I've seen. Yes, there's other really strong camera systems out there, but I think a lot of them lean way too heavily into AI, whereas the iPhone, for the most part, will give you a pretty clean image without too much post-processing. Now, I'm not going to comment too much on the aesthetic appearance of the new iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. It's an acquired taste. I like the color, but the finishing and the layout is a little bit love it or hate it. And honestly, it's not the biggest selling feature for me. It really is, as I said, that camera system. But I do always want to rock my iPhones with a clear case so you can see what's happening behind it, so you can actually see the phone you spent so much money on. That's why I'm really excited to be partnered today with ESR to talk about their new line of cases for the iPhone 17 and 17 Pro. ESR's hybrid magnetic case has excellent military-grade protection, which I love because, again, these are very expensive phones, so I want to be rocking a case that keeps them safe. And the clear see-through design of this hybrid case is fantastic and allows you to still see that nicely designed phone underneath, whether you love it or hate it. And I mean, let's face it, if you're going to spend the money and you're going to buy a Pro phone, that's that vibrant orange color that you can only get on the iPhone 17 Pro this year. Why wouldn't you want to see it? But ESR's hybrid magnetic case also gives you full coverage protection for the camera array on the new 17 and 17 Pro line of phones, and has a super strong magnetic lock ring so you can use it with all of your favorite MagSafe accessories, including some that ESR also makes. Like, for example, their all-new Cryo Boost 3-in-1 folding charger for the iPhone and also for your AirPods and Apple Watch. Whether you're traveling and staying in a hotel, or even if you just want something that you can quickly pop up at your desk at work and then take home with you afterwards and put it back on your nightstand, Cryo Boost 3-in-1 has you covered. With 25-watt power delivery, this charger absolutely will ensure that your iPhone or iPhone Pro, whichever you choose, is charged fast and safely and securely, coupled with that super strong magnetic ring lock on the hybrid magnetic case. And I also really love how the Apple Watch component is detachable, so you can just travel with this if you're going on a really quick trip. You know your iPhone's going to be okay, or you're going to be charging in the car and you just need something to take care of your Apple Watch. This is a super cool detail that not a lot of other charger manufacturers are doing. So if you want to check out ESR's line of hybrid magnetic cases for the new iPhone 17 and 17 Pro, or the CryoBoost 3-in-1 charger in travel version, which gives you the detachable Apple Watch charging element, click the links down at the top of the video description. Thank you to ESR for sponsoring this video and for sending over these super sweet cases to protect my new phone. Now, there are some other nice to have new features on the Pro line of phones this year. I don't know necessarily if I'm going to take full advantage of these, but depending on what you're looking for, they might do it for you. For example, the much brighter 3000 peak nits display, which is still the same size and resolution as the 16 Pro Max, but that added brightness may make or break the experience for you if you are expecting to use this outside all the time, or for example, you're an always on the go content creator and need to be able to see your screen no matter what the conditions. And if you're a gamer, of course, the new iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max have a new thermal cooling system, which is why they've redesigned the phone to kind of look so distinctly interesting this year, to put it nicely. But if you're a mobile gamer who spends a lot of time playing rather resource-intensive mobile games, you're going to not only get much better battery life and performance, but you're going to get more sustained performance and less battery depletion, because that thermal cooling is going to keep the phone at a better overall operating temperature. But yeah, I am a sucker, I know, for the Apple ecosystem, and I definitely did not need to upgrade to this phone. Like I said, an opportunity came up, and honestly, if it hadn't been for those scratches forming on the screen that were too late to be fixed without a lot of investment, I probably would have just stayed with that device. But being able to get into something newer with that better camera system and a little bit of a better battery life, my wife was able to upgrade her phone to the iPhone 17 as well. So win-win for everybody in the house. So I know I'm going to get roasted in the comments for upgrading and being locked in as an Apple fanboy, but hey, everything I do is on Apple devices. It just is so easy to move stuff back and forth between macOS, iPadOS, and iPhone OS. You really can't beat the ecosystem, and if you have an Apple Watch, you're even further resource locked. But let me know what you think down in the comments below about the iPhone 17, 17 Pro, and 17 Pro Max. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you want one? Do you have one? And also, let me know what you think about these pretty cool cases and chargers from ESR. And thank you again to ESR for sending them over for me to test out and review here for you guys. I'll leave them linked down below for you to check out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon in the next video.